Hi everyone, my name is Triston Goodwin, and today we're going to talk about keywords and how they help translators to find more clients. I am assuming that you already know who I am if you're watching this, since at the time of recording, I have a whopping 3 subscribers on the channel. So I think we'll go ahead and just skip over that part and get right to the juicy stuff. So first question, what is a keyword? A keyword is a word or phrase used by people when they search for something online. So whatever you put into a search bar, that is your keyword. Okay, it can be one word, it can be 100 words, it doesn't matter. It could be a letter. They're all considered keywords. Now for a longer keyword, then we call those long tail keywords. And then for a single word keyword, for like 2 words, then we call those short tail keywords. So a keyword is used to describe the content on a website. You can think of it like a can of food. Say that you're working at a restaurant and the customer asks you for a bowl of corn. Well, in this case, you are Google, and bowl of corn is the keyword that people are looking for. So you go to your pantry and see all these cans, but there aren't any labels on them. And so you have no idea what's inside. So how do you find that can of corn if there aren't any labels? The same thing happens with a search engine, like Google. When you search for something, you're asking it for that bowl of corn. So Google goes and looks at all of those labels, at all of those keywords, to determine what's inside of the website. Now, there's a lot more going on in the real world, but just for the sake of explanation, that's how a keyword works. So the next question is, how do we use these keywords to grow our businesses? Well, the best advice that I can give for those who are just starting out in SEO is to use the keyword that you're targeting in your page's title. So you can have a home page and then have a page that says something like legalese to English. And then you'll also want to use it in the page's URL, which is the www.whatever.com part. So it would read something like www.whatever.com/legalese to English translator. And then finally, you want to make sure that you're using that keyword in the text. Typically, you'll want to use at least 200 words on each page. 3 seems to work better. But then again, you guys are all translators, and most of us are paid by word, and so it's really easy to fill up text really quickly. So the general rule of thumb is to use your keyword once or twice every 200 words. So it should make up like 1 or 2% of the text in total. Also, if you have any images on your page, you might want to add what's called an alt text to it. And then you would use your keywords there as well. Alt text for images is generally used to help the visually impaired to know what's on the page. So if you have like a screen reader, it would read through the page and say picture of whatever. But we can also use that to tell the search engine that we're really focused on legalese. What makes for a good keyword? Now, not all keywords are going to be created equally. There are a few things to keep in mind when you're choosing your keywords that you're going to use. First, relevance. If people are looking for a keyword and they end up on your page, but your site doesn't have anything to do with that keyword, then that traffic is going to be totally useless, and it sends a negative signal to the search engine, and they will stop ranking you. Now, we're going to cover those signals a little bit more in detail in an analytics video, so don't worry too much about that right now, but just so you guys know that that is a thing. So make sure that your keyword is relevant to whatever it is that you're trying to do. Also, where possible, we want to make sure that the keywords that we're using reflect a desire to purchase a service or to buy something. So something like free legalese translator, it's not going to help us because we want to get paid for it, and people searching for that are looking for a free service. So if our visitor sees that we actually want money for the work, they're going to leave because we're not the can of corn that they want. The official term for what it is that we're looking for is called buyer intent. The second thing that we want to be aware of is traffic. We can certainly rank for something like Triston Goodwin Best Legalese to English Translator in the northeast state of Utah, the United States of America. In fact, that would be really easy to rank for. But you have to ask yourself, who's actually looking for that? The answer is no one. No one is looking for that keyword, so it doesn't help us. So why are we going to be wasting resources on trying to rank for that keyword? So then the question is, how do we know how many searches there are? And we're going to cover that in the next slide. But typically, you want there to be enough searches that you can actually make some money from that traffic. So I would say look for something that has a minimum of like 50 searches a month whenever you're targeting low competition keywords in local markets. And what does low competition mean? Well, that brings us exactly to point number 3. Competition refers to how many other websites are trying to rank for a certain keyword and how well optimized their sites are, how strong their backlinks are, and things like that. Now again, we're going to go into a lot more detail as far as competition analysis in another video, so just make sure that you subscribe to the channel so you know when it comes out. But just so you know, there are going to be keywords that are going to be nearly impossible for you to rank for unless you hire an SEO like myself. And you usually need to have a pretty good sized budget in order to do it. So don't expect to rank for things like Google Translator or just Spanish to English Translator without putting up a fight. And that leads us to our next exciting slide on how do we find good keywords? Now, there are a few different ways to do this, and I'm going to show you guys my personal favorite way, and I hope that the screen's big enough for you guys to read everything that's going to be happening here, on the presentation. But what I want you guys to take a look at is a website that is kwfinder.com. That's keywordfinder.com. So this is a partially free tool. You can research 5 keywords every 24 hours with a free account, or it can do 100 keywords every 24 hours with a $30 plan. I would suggest that you go ahead and go for the $30 plan at first, at least for the first month, and do all of your research at once, and then you can go back to the free one because you're probably not going to be using it as much. If not, then I do offer a service where I'll pull up reports on like 5 different keywords for like $5, which comes with like 5 related keywords. So really, you're getting like 5 days worth of information at once. There's a link in the description, or you guys can email me if you're curious about that. Now, this is pretty handy. We're going to move my mouse over here on the screen. Hopefully, you guys can see it. This is neat because it shows us the amount of traffic, which we have right here. It shows you your competition, or how difficult it would be to rank for a keyword, which is like this right here. And it will also show us any other keywords that we may have missed, which we have right over here. And it will even show you who's currently ranking for those keywords. So you can see I actually do rank for that keyword. This is my YouTube channel. This is my pros account. And I think this is a blog about one of the projects that I was working on. So you see, I got the first 3 slots right there in Google. So like I said, it's not a hard thing to rank for, and we're already kind of ranking for it on accident. So typically I would suggest that you look at keywords that have a difficulty rating of under 30. And you, like I said, you want to have at least 20. It's better to have about 50 searches a month. And the reason why is because you want it to be easy enough for you to actually get those rankings without having to do anything crazy to do it. And you also want to make sure that the ranking is actually worth something. You're actually getting some traffic from that. So it's just something to keep in mind. Now, choosing a keyword is just as much an art as it is a science. And once you kind of get some practice, you'll be able to pick up some interesting opportunities for your website. And more traffic means more clients, and more clients means more money. And honestly, finding good keywords and optimizing my website was how I was able to grow from a 7-cent per word translator to a 25% per word translator. And I'm not even that good. I just had a lot of people who were asking for my service. So, in conclusion, identifying your keywords is a vital part of optimizing your website. It's the very first thing that we want to do, and we'll be judging our success based on where we rank for those keywords in regards to our website optimization. Now, if you already have a website and you want to know what keywords you're currently ranking for, then I do have a Conquer store set up where you guys can check out some of my own services and things like that. It's pretty neat. And I do have a service that does exactly that. It's kind of like a website review as far as SEO is concerned. So in the next videos, then I'm going to show you guys how to optimize your website so you can start ranking for the keywords that you've chosen. And again, it can be a little bit complicated, but I think that if we take it apart piece by piece, then we shouldn't have any trouble. Plus, you can always ask any questions that you have in the comments section or by emailing me. You'll find my contact information in the description as well. But our goal here is to help you to grow your translation business and make more money. So whether you're a brand new translator that's just getting started, or whether you're one that's been in the industry longer than most of us younger folk have been alive, I'm certain that you will find something of value in each of these videos. And the best way to keep up on our videos is by subscribing to the channel. And if the information here has been helpful, please go ahead and give the video a like. It actually helps us to rank a little bit higher in YouTube, and that allows us to help more people. And also, if you know anybody else who could benefit from this information, feel free to share this video with them. This is open information. It's available to the public, and we're happy to share it. I am also going to be leaving the option to translate the subtitles of this video into different languages. And so if you decide to translate a video, then let me know, and I'll make sure to add a link to your website in our description. And that way you can get some of the promotion as well. But again, my name is Triston Goodwin, owner of UtahSEO.Ninja and formerly of T.A.G Translations and Design. Hope you guys have an excellent day and happy translating.